Hello, good people of the internet. Good morning. Today is Monday, March 5th, and I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. My name is Haley. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It is myself and my husband Rick here, and today well, Rick's obviously not here, but you know, at this channel, he is often present anyway. Today, I was kind of just thinking about some things and kind of wanted to just do a little real talk video for you guys about some of my thoughts that I've had kind of since before pregnancy and during about the gender of my child. You guys may or may not know, Rick and I are having a daughter and we're thrilled. We're over the moon, we really are, but I wasn't always thrilled, you know? I think changes are going to happen regardless, no matter what, when you get pregnant, as far as how you feel about certain things. But for me, I kind of grew up being really afraid of pregnancy in general, just because, I don't know, I have a lot of like body image issues, and I always was under the impression that whenever I did get pregnant, it would like destroy me mentally, and I would have like total body dysmorphia and gain a bunch of weight and never be able to look at myself the same again, and that was really hard. But I always knew that eventually we would have kids, but I always wanted boys. And there's a number of reasons for that, but the main one that I think is really hard to admit to myself is because I am just absolutely terrified of having a girl. I mean, not anymore, but I always was. Like growing up, I was always really scared of having a girl because, you know, a lot of it is because of how I was raised. You know, I was raised a certain way, and I grew up with a certain mentality of, you know, what I was capable of as a woman. And I think that in general, society is very, it's just changing right now, especially in regards to women. And it's really important to me that I raise my daughter with the right set of values of, as far as, you know, feminism and what it means to be a woman, and, you know, women's rights. And it's just really, really intimidating. And so I always wanted a boy because I always was afraid that I would screw up a girl, because I know that to some degree I was kind of screwed up in the head from how I was raised. And it's really scary because the last thing I want to do is somehow like teach my daughter the wrong things, or, you know, have her believe that she's not worthy of certain things. And I don't know. I think those are all fears of just in general being a first-time parent, but specifically, it's so important to me to raise my daughter to be confident and to feel good about herself and to know what she deserves and to know that she's capable of anything. But it's kind of a double standard, right? Because when you tell somebody like, yes, you're capable of doing anything that a boy can do, that automatically sets the precedent of saying, but why wouldn't I be able to do what a boy can do? And thinking that there's, for some reason, they wouldn't be able to do certain, like not have the ability to be on the same level as a boy for whatever reason. If that makes sense. I mean, I don't know. It's just scary. It's really, really scary. And, you know, I think that I would have the same fears to some degree with a boy of teaching him, you know, certain values, but specifically with a girl, I mean, I think women in general are just a lot more under pressure for a lot of things in society, you know, between how to walk, how to talk, how to look, how to dress, how to everything. And it's really important to me to raise my girl to know that she can be whatever she wants and not have to worry about society standards, but also do it while teaching her that she is able to do anything that a boy can do without putting that seed in her head of saying, but why wouldn't I be able to? You know, it's scary because a lot of that too is out of my control, right? So much of, you know, how children grow up in general is outside of the home. You know, they spend, as they grow up, most of their time in school and, you know, around other people. And even though I want to be able to say, oh, I have as much power as I want, as far as like who she's around and how she spends her time, like that's not realistic. I don't want to be that kind of parent. I want her to be able to blossom and flourish and experience life, but I guess it's just that I can't protect her, and it's just really scary. It's really scary. But you know, I said in one of my other videos, I think it was the Q&A, how I kind of knew from pretty early on that we were having a girl, just from gut instinct, and once we got it confirmed, I was over the moon. I was so, like, it just kind of made sense. I think the reason I always wanted boys is because deep down I knew I would end up with a girl. And even Rick and I now are like, oh man, if we have more, we just know we're gonna get stuck with all girls. But I always knew that's what would happen. I don't know, I think I was meant to have daughters. Or at least this one. It's just intimidating. You know, that was I guess that was me hoping for a boy, was like me hoping against the inevitable. Like, maybe I'll get lucky and I won't have to worry about how intimidating it is to raise a girl. But, you know, I think the universe works in funny ways, and I think that everything happens the way it's supposed to, and you're not ever given anything you can't handle. And my hope is that I will, you know, raise a really strong, like, well-rounded, intelligent, caring, and overall great human. You know, regardless of gender, those are really important values to me. But I think it's just scarier because of how, you know, the fact that I'm a woman and how I was raised, and I don't want to put what I went through to some degree on her. And so you know, I think a lot of it might just be the fear of being a first-time mom and not really knowing what to expect or how to go about certain things. But I'm really lucky because I know I have my values, and I know that I won't lead her astray. And I have an amazing husband who will be so stupidly in love with her. And I think he and I will make a really good team in raising her. But it doesn't change the fact that it's still super intimidating and super scary. But I think the best things in life are. And even though on a surface level, I always wanted boys, it makes perfect sense that I'm having a girl. And I can't wait to meet her. So just some random thoughts for you guys. Just kind of wanted to share. I'm feeling really lucky, regardless of being terrified and scared. I think this is gonna be the beginning of a really beautiful journey with her. So that's all for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to sub if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.